Hey there, Kid Dream Prep, it's Mr. Hurlburt, and today I am filming Kid Dream Prep's first ever episode of Cook with a Teacher. So, Cook with a Teacher is when your favorite teachers from Kid Dream Prep go on camera and we cook our favorite meals and show you how to make them at home. Today's meal that I'm going to be cooking is going to be called Eggs in Texas, which is kind of like a spicy tomato sauce, and then you poach your eggs inside the tomato sauce. So it's very simple ingredients. All you need to purchase from the grocery store in your produce aisle is going to be a red onion, garlic, and cherry or grape tomatoes. This can be made with Roma tomatoes or any other type of tomatoes. Then all you need from your protein section is going to be eggs. You're going to need some cooking oil. I prefer olive oil for this because it mixes very well with the tomatoes. Cholula hot sauce in the green pepper flavor, or any type of green hot sauce. Salt and pepper. Basil, and red pepper flakes. This is what my onions and garlic look like now that they're all prepped. Like I said, half moons of onions and little random cuts of garlic. All right, Kid Dream Prep, so now it's time to start cooking. Today for cooking, I'm using a Dutch oven. It has a nice depth to it, and it has a lid that I can put on top when it's time to cook the eggs. You don't need to use a Dutch oven. You can use, of course, a saucepan that has a lid or any pot or pan that has a lid. Just make sure it's one of your wider ones. I'm gonna start by taking the lid off of my Dutch oven, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the heat, and I'm gonna turn it on to about a 6 or an 8. You want it to be medium high. So now we're gonna add olive oil. You're gonna add about that much. That's about a tablespoon of olive oil. And you see now that that olive oil is nice and warm, we're gonna add our onions and our garlic. All right, guys, so now I have my onions and garlic in there, and you can hear it sizzling, and it's gonna make your house smell so good. And all I'm doing is just stirring it around a tiny bit to separate those onions and that garlic. And then you're gonna just leave it alone for about a minute, just until the onions start to get soft. While the onions are cooking, you can see that my pan is getting very hot. It's even getting a little bit brown on the bottom. So I just adjusted my heat to be about medium heat. My onions are nice and soft. My garlic is slightly cooked, my house smells amazing, and now I'm gonna add my tomatoes. Now I've added my tomatoes, and they look so yummy. And what I'm gonna do is add just a little bit of salt. You can add maybe like I would say a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, very little, just like a pinch. After that, you're gonna cover your tomatoes, and you're gonna let them cook for about 3 minutes. Okay, so now I'm gonna look, and as you see, we have some cooking going, and you guys see right there, those beautiful tomatoes have started to burst. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is add about 1/4 cup of water to help them burst even more. So now I've added that water, and it's starting to simmer and boil. So now I've mixed in those spices. I added half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, a good pinch of salt, a good pinch of pepper, and then a full teaspoon of dried basil. I've stirred that in, and as you can see now, my tomatoes have broken down, and now this is the fun part, where you kind of get to go through with your spoon or whatever you're using, and you kind of get to smash them a little bit. And what happens is it starts to create a really awesome and yummy tomato sauce. Okay, now our tomatoes are smashed and we're ready to add our hot sauce. I chose a green because it's not as spicy, and we've already added a lot of spice to it. So this is more so for flavor. And I like to just go straight from the bottle. I'm probably adding about maybe a teaspoon right now. And then you're gonna stir it in. Now I'm ready to add my yummy eggs. So I added my eggs. As you see, I just cracked them right into the dish, and the sauce creates a little pocket to cook the egg. And so now you're gonna cover it and you're gonna just let it cook at medium heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. All right, guys, so it's been about 3 to 4 minutes and it's time to check on our yummy food. And it's done. So this last egg right here cooked a little bit too much. So that tells me I may have let it cook a little bit too long. So 3 minutes is like the perfect time. You want your eggs to be medium to runny. It's time to let this cool down a little bit and then serve it up. So now it's time to serve up our yummy, delicious eggs in Texas. A nice spicy egg dish. You can pair yours with toast and just have it be the eggs and tomato sauce with toast. You could pair it over rice, over cauliflower rice. I like to serve it sometimes on top of a salad. So what I have here is some spinach and avocado with a little dollop of sour cream to cut the spice a little bit. All right, Kip Dream Prep, so here's my wonderful dish, eggs in Texas. And like I said, I chose to put it on top of a bed of spinach with some avocado and sour cream. And I'm super excited to dive in and eat. I'm super hungry. And I hope you cook this at home. Please enjoy, and if you do cook it at home, send pictures and let me know how it was. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all so much. Bye.